Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm gonna present to you our blog for Group 4. It's about kehidupan para nelayan di pesisir Trikora. This is our blog, and the introduction is Indonesia is widely recognized as a maritime nation where coastal life plays a central role in shaping culture, identity, and economic survival. One of the regions that clearly reflects this maritime character is the Trikora coast. Located on Bintan Island in the Riau Islands province. Along this coastal line, the sea is not merely a geographical feature, but the core of everyday life for local fishermen. Their daily routines, beliefs, and social structures are deeply connected to the rhythm of the oceans. For generations, fishermen on the Trikora coast have relied on traditional knowledge to sustain their livelihoods. Fishing activities are not only economic practices but also cultural expressions shaped by ecological awareness and spiritual values. These traditions have enabled coastal communities to coexist with the marine environment in a relatively balanced way. Long before the concept of sustainably became a global concern. The life of fishermen on the Trikora coast represent a meaningful integration of traditional ecological knowledge, spiritual values, and sustainable fishing practices, offering an important perspective on how coastal communities can maintain harmony with the marine environment amid modern challenges. Kalong as a representation of traditional fishing life, one of the most distinctive elements of fishermen's life on the Trikora coast is the use of kalong, a traditional offshore fishing platform constructed from wood and supported by nimble palm poles. Positioned strategically in coastal waters, kalong are used primarily to catch a fish and a squid, especially during nighttime. Unlike modern industrial fishing methods that often damage coral reef and the seabed, kalong fishing is stationary and environmentally friendly. Fishermen depend on natural fish behavior by using lights to attract marine species during dark moon phases. This method demonstrates a deep understanding of lunar cycles, tidal movements, and marine ecosystems. As a result, fishing activities do not excessively disturb the surrounding environment. From an academic perspective, kalong can be classified as a low-impact fishing technology. Its continued use along the Trikora coast shows how traditional practices contribute to the long-term sustainability of marine resources. Beyond its functional role, kalong also serves as a symbol of identity for local fishermen, representing resilience, skill, and respect for nature. Spiritual values in the daily life of Trikora fishermen. Spiritual belief play an essential role in shaping the worldview of fishermen on the Trikora coast. The sea is often perceived not only as source of livelihood but also as a living entity that deserves respect. This belief is reflected in various rituals and practices such as sedekah, sea offering, and collective prayers before going to sleep. These rituals are usually performed to express gratitude and to ask for safety during fishing activities. Although they may appear symbolic, they hold deeper social and ecological meanings. Through such traditions, fishermen reinforce communal values and acknowledge their dependence on the sea. The spiritual connection encourages moderation and discourages exploitative behavior towards marine resources. Sociologically, these rituals function as a form of cultural regulation, They create a shared moral framework that limits greed and promotes responsibility by treating the sea as something sacred rather than merely a commodity. Fishermen on the Trikora coast develop an ethical relationship with their environment. Traditional ecological knowledge and navigation skills. The fishermen of the Trikora coast possess extensive traditional ecological knowledge, we short it called TEK, tech, passed down orally from the one generation to the next. This knowledge includes reading wine direction, observing star position, understanding seasonal patterns, and recognizing subtle changes in the sea color and surface movement. Before the widespread of using of modern navigation tools, fishermen relied on natural indicators such as the north wind or musim utara and ocean currents to determine safe routes and productive fishing areas. They were also skilled as identifying hidden coral reef and shallow waters by observing wave patterns and water reflections. Although modern technology such as GPS and motorized boats is now available, many fishermen still combine traditional knowledge with modern tools. This hybrid approach allowed them to adapt while maintaining cultural continuity. Scholars argue that TEK or tech provides valuable micro-level environmental data that modern scientific tools may overlook, such as localized temperature changes or shift in fish behavior. Challenges of modernization and environmental change. Despite their rich knowledge of sustainable practices, fishermen on the Trikora coast face increasing challenges due to modernization and climate change. Rising sea level, unpredictable weather patterns, and declining fish population have begun to disrupt traditional fishing calendars. Climate change has made the seasonal patterns less reliable, forcing fishermen to adjust their routines and take greater risks at the sea. Additionally, tourism development along the Trikora coast has altered coastal ecosystem and increased competition for marine resources. However, these challenges have also sparked awareness about the importance of preserving traditional practices. Many researchers and policymakers now recognize that combining local wisdom with modern marine science is essential for long-term coastal resilience. Fishermen on Trikora coast are not passive victims of change. They are active knowledge holders who contribute to sustainable solutions. Conclusion: the life of fishermen on the Trikora coast demonstrates that traditional coastal communities possess sophisticated systems on environmental management through the use of kalong, spiritual rituals, and traditional ecological knowledge. These fishermen have maintained and balanced relationship with the sea for generations. Preserving the lifestyle and knowledge of Trikora fishermen is not merely an act of cultural preservation, but a strategic response to global environmental challenges. Their practices offer valuable insight into sustainable fishing, ethical resource management, and human-nature harmony. In an era of ecological crisis, the fishermen of the Trikora coast remind us that the future of the ocean may depend not only on advanced technology but also on respecting and learning from the wisdom of those who have lived with the sea for centuries. Thank you.